YouTube family, what's going on, y'all? How y'all day been? Y'all been getting those gains? I almost didn't jump on here, but y'all know no matter how busy my day is, I gotta put in that work. I gotta do my job. It's been a very productive, busy week as usual. So I just wanted to check in and see how y'all day been. How y'all week been going so far? This like week 3 of super busy. My daughter graduating next week, so just a lot of stuff bunched up, but that's what it take when you really living life. But what's going on, family? How y'all been? I just want to see how y'all been. How y'all day been going? Talk to me. It's a nice, beautiful, dry day. It's just a little windy. I had to roll up these windows just to make sure y'all hear me. How y'all been though? One thing I gotta do is stock back up on water. I'm on E. Can y'all see that? I ain't got nothing in there. Nada. Yeah, but how y'all been, man? It's some days be more challenging than other days, but we still gotta make this stuff happen, y'all. That's one thing I'm good at, is making stuff happen. Tell me how y'all day been. And one thing I noticed, and I say this time after time, probably almost on every live, we always gonna get tested, no matter what. And some of them ain't necessarily like people meaning harm, but some people just used to doing them. Like, I was at my daughter's prom last week, and of course they had food all out everywhere. So that was actually my cheat day. I had actually had my cheat meal earlier that day, like 5 or 6 hours before that. So it was food out everywhere, the usual food that people usually have at events. And they was taking food home, bagging it up and all this type stuff. And then somebody looked at me and said, well, you're not gonna get no food? You want some food? Because they used to, being around me in a certain way. I say, no, I'm good. I had my cheat meal earlier. So they say, so what that mean? You can't eat? I said I had my cheat meal earlier. I just repeated the same thing. And I'm thinking to myself, some people really just don't get it. Keep in mind, I was the only person there that was in shape. Probably the only person there that was taking health serious, which I don't knock what the next person do. But I patted myself on the back for that, because I was looking at that stuff. I wanted it just like everybody else wanted it, but my actions was totally different. I said, you know what? It ain't even worth it, because this stuff is some of the worst stuff to put in my system. Plus, I can get this any day, all day. So if I'm a cheat even more, why not try something that hold more value than something that's just the worst of the worst? I mean, it's something that you can get any and everywhere, probably even at a gas station. Some of the stuff, not all, but some of it. So I'm like, yeah, this ain't nothing. Cold cuts, some bread, some sugary cakes and cookies, stuff that you can get anywhere. I said, no, I'll pass. Because what I had earlier that day for my cheat meal would have blew that out the water. It did blow that out the water. So I patted myself on the back. I was proud of it, and I was able to resist not even getting. I knew I wasn't gonna get it. Ain't like I really had to fight it. I just was proud of myself for having that much discipline and control. Y'all tell me some of y'all tests that y'all then came across as far as with people and situations. Sometimes we actually go into those, we actually fall for the test. Our urges, what we was doing for 20, 30 years, 40 years before we got disciplined, before we got on our fitness journey. But you just gotta punish yourself for it. And I say, if you do it and you got those cravings, don't go as hard as everybody else. You still should be looking like you on a journey. Maybe you had 2 pieces of this small cake. You know how sometimes they have those real small pieces of cake, kind of like cookie sizes, little small cookie sizes. Everybody else getting 4, 5, 6 pieces, which will equal maybe 1 big slice, and maybe you just get the 2 small pieces, which would equal like maybe a third of a big slice or half of a regular slice of cake. So you still winning right there, versus if we was back in our old ways before our journey, we'll be getting 1, maybe even 2 slices. A slice there to eat and a slice to take home, and we gonna eat that in a car before we even get to the house. So we just gotta be proud of our goals and what we accomplish and keep it moving, y'all. Them small gains are big, just to let y'all know. We doing way better than how we was doing yesterday. We doing way better than how we was doing last year. We doing way better than how we was doing 5, 10 years ago. So we got to shout out ourselves just for being disciplined and able to get through these situations, like when people test you and, you know, we coming across our cravings and we in a certain environment, and sometimes we might have to fight it to where we got to leave. Like, let me go ahead and get up out of here. I'll holler at y'all. Sometimes you got to do that. You might feel that craving coming on more and more, because the more you look at it and the more you stare at it, you seeing other people eat it. If you haven't eaten something, you're going to be hungry for something too. So you might as well head out and go eat you something more healthier. But yeah, tell me how y'all situations been, some of y'all recent ones, and you know, tell me how y'all dealt with it. Did you just go get a little bit? Did you go a little overboard and you regretted it to where you had to make up for it and work out even harder for the next 3, 4 days? Because it's going to happen. I'm not perfect, but I'm pretty good. I don't want to be perfect, but I'm pretty good. Because we are human. Test is going to come. Test is even going to come with people. I had somebody testing me the other day, like, I'm like, man, stop it, man. You fucking testing me. I'm into the new me. You still stuck on you and not even growing like you should. Cool. But keep me out of it. This person was just like everything I was saying, they was doing and saying the complete opposite. So if I say left, they say right. If I say high, they say low. I'm like, oh, I see where this is going. So I'm cutting that person off more and more. But I'm benefiting out the situation. So I ain't gonna just end it, but I'm benefiting out of it. But this dude just kept on just doing what he was doing. I'm like, yeah, you just miserable. Somebody I've been around, you know, I ain't gonna say grew up around, but somebody I've been around, but I'm like, you supposed to be a leader. And here it is, you dealing in your feelings and you mad because I'm progressing and I'm always having goals, and I don't even tell people a lot of my stuff, but people know when you on top of your A game, and they know when they not on top of their A game. So we got to know how to deal with people like that, especially if it's like in a work environment or we doing business with somebody. We got to know how to deal with them to where we still coming out on top, especially if money is involved. We got to make sure we still able to get the money, but keep it moving all at the same time. And it take a certain type of skill set to be able to do that. But yeah, so I pretty much checked that person, I say light to medium. It wasn't a hard check because it didn't really cause for a hard check, but I checked that person like light medium to let them know, like, yeah, you crossing my boundaries, but I'm gonna let you know you crossed my boundaries without you having the power to get me off my square. So, but that person got a rude awakening coming the next time, you know, we deal with each other, because I'm gonna just be kind of dry to them. Not all the way, but kind of dry, just to remind them of our last conversation. Sometimes you got to do that to people. Yep, sometimes you got to hit that reset button just to let a person know, yeah, you dealing with the wrong one. Sometimes you really got to hit that reset button to let a person know you dealing with the wrong one. But that's just how it go, y'all. When we climbing that ladder, we gonna have tests. And the more we trying to accomplish, the more tests we gonna get. That's just life. If you ain't running across tests as you accomplishing more and more goals, especially goals you never thought you would be accomplishing, I don't know what to tell you. People gonna be people, and society is just society. And most of the world revolve around evil. Most of the world revolve around people plotting on people's downfall. People getting a good laugh out of a person getting locked up. People getting off on the fact that a person just got put out their house or their car just got impounded. That's what the world consists of. Bad people who like to hear of bad situations. And y'all make sure when y'all recognize that, y'all keep y'all energy in check, because that energy is trying to take your positive energy. And if they take your positive energy, it's a huge distraction from you staying focused. Because pay attention to how your energy is when that energy is coming your way, or it is around you. Is you changing? Do it change your mood? Because if so, you got to make some adjustments, because they won and you lost. You want to keep winning when that person is trying to affect your day or affect your mood or affect how you came to work all happy. You came to work prepared. You came talking about how your weekend was prosperous, or you spent time with the family or grandkids, or you went to the park, or you went and saw this new movie, or you went to this restaurant that you've been trying to check out for the longest. And they stories is always, they didn't do nothing. They just sat on the porch, looked at all the cars, counted cars that went by. Watch out for people like that. Watch out for people like that, who always quick to talk about the next person and blame the next person for their downfalls. No, it's nobody's fault but your own. It's nobody's fault but your own. Mental health is a serious thing. Y'all make sure y'all stay away from any and everything that's not helping you go in a direction that y'all are trying to go in. But I just wanted to pop on here and pop out just to give y'all some positive energy. I'm always grinding. I'm always going hard. I don't know, for those who don't know, check out my new guide that just dropped. It's called How to Eat. It's a lot of important information in that guide. Y'all check it out when y'all get a chance. But I'll catch y'all on the next one. It's your boy, D Weezy. We out. Make sure y'all like this video and share it to anybody that y'all feel might benefit from it. I'll catch y'all on the next one. Later.